Home Secretary Priti Patel has condemned what she called utterly vile scenes in South London, in which 15 police officers were injured last night. The Metropolitan Police say they have been called to investigate reports of a large unlicensed street party, but the scene descended into violence when they tried to encourage the crowd to leave. Well, we can get now from Sky News' Mark White, who's in West London. Mark, tell us more.
Well, in terms of this disorder, it was serious and sustained for a while. The police came under a hail of missiles, bottles, bricks, other items that were thrown at officers as they tried to deal with this disorder. At times they had to pull back and regroup because they weren't in, at that time, their public order kit, wearing helmets and carrying shields and the like, because the disorder that broke out was fairly rapid in the way that it deteriorated. As you said, the Home Secretary has said this morning that those scenes are utterly vile. She is raising it as a matter of urgency now with the Metropolitan Police Commissioner, Cressida Dick. In the meantime, Scotland Yard have issued a statement about this disorder. They say that police were called to Cecilia Road, Lambeth, on the evening of Wednesday, the 24th of June, to multiple reports of large unlicensed music event in the street. Officers attended to encourage the crowd to leave the location, but they did not engage with the police. The event continued and more officers attended the scene, and the group became hostile towards officers. The statement goes on to say, in total, 15 officers were injured, none seriously, although 2 did require hospital treatment. And they also say a small number of police vehicles were damaged, that 4 people have been arrested. They were detained for assault and public order offences, and they remain in police custody now. Police today, of course, will begin a detailed investigation into this disorder. There's quite a lot of footage that's circulating on social media, shows the really violent scenes that erupted for quite a while. So police will be trawling through those images, and of course CCTV as well, with a view to trying to identify those involved in the disorder. So you can expect that that number of 4 arrested will increase as the days progress. But Adam, this, in terms of the seriousness of the incident, clearly it was serious, but police have really been concerned for some time about the potential for wide-scale and widespread disorder as the lockdown begins to loosen. We're not at the stage, of course, where the lockdown has been fully lifted, but the combination of really good weather, like we had yesterday, and clearly it was warm overnight as well, and it's going to be warm in the days ahead, coupled with people who've been effectively unable to go out and to socialise for some period of time, is the perfect storm in terms of the potential for these events to get out of control. As I say, very violent disorder, condemned by the Home Secretary, and likely to get a robust policing response to future events.